am here off of another backup plan of a trip back in the Wind River Range. A backup again that has come through. I was supposed to spend the week in Washington, hitting spots in the Cascades. I just never had the time for when I did live out that way. But the weather turned pretty sour over there. Not so much over here though. So now I'm back over here. I've got about 5 days worth of food, starting from the Pole Creek trailhead. No real plan. Got maps, and yeah, the 5 days of food should take me to Friday. I'm on vacation right now. And my wife, Lacey, Saturday, we might meet up in Cook City and then go backpack to Beartooths. So it could be a really good week, or the weather could turn on me here too. Forecast looks good, but so did it for Washington until the day before. So without further ado, here we go. There won't be much filming till Seneca Lake, as I've already filmed this portion in a previous video. I made it to Seneca. Got a lot of big clouds building. I'm not gonna camp here, but I'm probably just gonna pitch the tent, take a break, let that blow over, then pack up and keep on hiking. Let's see how violent this storm is. So here in my shelter, taking a nice break, getting water in me. It's only 3 o'clock. These clouds are building. See what happens here. Gonna have a snack in a bed, and if it ends up dumping, nice and warm and dry in here, and then I could just pack up after the storm and keep on moving, or stay here. I don't know. I've got a lot of options I've been thinking of. I've been thinking of staying here, going over to Titcomb Basin, or the Jean Lakes area and doing a loop around Knapsack Col. But I always wanted to go to the Pole Creek headwaters too. A lot of options. I've got some time to think though. And you probably noticed Lacey and I set our tents up a lot when thunderstorms come in. We do have rain gear. It's just, lightning is so dangerous, especially when you're up high. I don't think a lot of people actually realize that, how many lightning deaths there are a year. Everyone's scared of the big boogeyman, the grizzly bear, but it's lightning that's the scary one. Lacey and I have been into some really sketchy situations, getting caught up high. Lightning was flying around. Those are definitely scarier than any grizzly bear encounter, including the ones that growled at us and charged at us. Like, it's just Mother Nature's powerful, so yeah, that's why we use the tent a bit more, so then walking around rain gear when lightning's flying everywhere. We're a bit more cautious now. blue skies up there. Still got thunder out towards the direction I want to go, though. I think I'm gonna give it a bit longer before I make my decision. And like that, I'm packed up and back on the move. Last year, Lisa and I got obliterated by a storm in that meadow. Taking a different turn today. Here's the junction I think I'm going to return back to. I think I'm going to try and cram, might backfire badly, I might try to cram Knapsack Col and Poles Creek Crossing into this, or Poles Creek Headwaters into the same trip. Tomorrow's weather's supposed to be pretty bad, so it'd be nice. I think I'm going to camp up on this bench here, then just drop back down to the CDT here and just take the gut shot on the way to the headwaters of the Green River. And day 3, or Wednesday, the weather's supposed to be pretty good, so that'd be probably a good day to do Knapsack Col, and then spend the whole day just chilling in Titcomb Basin. And I think day 4, I'll do the off trail to the Poles Creek headwaters and just have a big day for day number 5 to hike out. Lucky me, this platform has water. Now I just gotta keep going and find a flat spot with a view. Found it. There's a nice flat spot with some great shelter in there. Water only a couple hundred feet away. And a couple hundred feet this way, I can make my dinner and just watch this. There's a island lake. There's Titcomb Basin. And the direction I'll be headed tomorrow is this way. And the idea is to go up to the headwaters of the Green River and go over something called Knapsack Col. Here'll be camp. This is the perfect spot. I got shelter in case a storm comes in. I've got water back that way, and great views everywhere, but most importantly, I am alone up here. I see tents down at Island Lake, and there's tons of tents back at Seneca Lake. None here. My favorite kind of camping. Well, good morning. It rained on and off last night, and I am packed up and gonna head out. Retrace about half a mile back to that junction, and I'm gonna be heading northbound on the CDT. Let's see what happens today. Here's the Fremont crossing. Thought I was gonna have to get wet this morning because my map doesn't show a bridge for some reason. Oh, it's a really nice bridge. Wonder if it was built in 2022 and that's why it's not on my map. Who knows? Here is Lower Jean Lake. The trail continues up due that way. And that's where I'm headed. Really pretty lake. So I'm up at this high point, and you can see the pass I'm shooting towards. The CDT ends up cutting this way. I'll be branching off it and going up over that guy down to a lake, I think called Peak Lake. Somewhere in there I'll take a nice long break and figure out my next move, whether it's to camp at the headwaters or heck, even do Knapsack Col today. Let's take a look. It's kind of nasty out towards the Teton wilderness. Luckily, as of right now, that's not the direction the clouds are blowing. At Shannon Pass area, I'm gonna start my descent down to Peak Lake. Clouds are starting to show up, so hopefully I can get down this before any afternoon thunderstorms hit. First look at Peak Lake. These clouds keep building. May end up. Gaia says to go around that way. The map says to go around that way. I can kind of see the trail faintly. Kind of look cliffy for a second. I might camp somewhere up in there. Cube Rock Pass is lower than me right there. I camped to this lake, no one's here. Too late for that now. Well, good morning. It's day number 3. Today I'll be heading up Knapsack Col down in the Titcomb Basin. We'll see what I want to do from there. Alright, all packed up and off we go. So there is where I'm headed, Knapsack Col. Smells and looks like we got some fire smoke coming in. And here's Knapsack Col, looking into Titcomb Basin. So it's actually pretty chilly up here, so I'm gonna start heading down now. Really pretty area though. Here's the down. Definitely the steeper of the two sides. Topo doesn't quite show that though, but not too bad. Definitely nowhere near as bad as that down from Langley lacing I had to do. That sucked. Just like that, I am officially down in Titcomb Basin. A little rotted, not too bad. Definitely helped using my camera tripod for balance. Really pretty down here. Haven't been able to use my camera tripod most of the trip. I just been placing my camera on rocks because it's Wind River Range, it's real windy. Set a camera up, put a top heavy camera on it, wind blows, you lose camera. But the camera tripod came in handy for one thing, that down climb. Nice having it. If you do that, a trekking pole or ice axe or camera tripod. It's really windy, and I'm starting to get back into the greenery. Very strong gusts. There's Titcomb Lakes, starting to get back into the people. A lot of clouds coming in. That trail up there is up the Bonnie Pass, in the center of the camera right there. Pretty sweet wind shelter camps. Take shelter in these rocks and have lunch, and keep on moving. Not a bad spot for lunch, right? Alright, just finished lunch, and possibly one last look at Titcomb Basin. The next mile, we'll see what I'm feeling. Feeling of camping higher up looking in here, or heading to the Poles Creek headwaters. There's my way up to that pass, I don't think it has a name, to the Poles Creek headwaters. Let's give it a shot. Reached the turnoff. Pleasantly surprised there's a trail actually. See how long it lasts. Island Lake. And there's my pass. Don't know if I'll go over today or not. We'll see. Let's just take one thing at a time. Let's get to these lakes first. Well, this lake's looking a little sad right now. I wonder about the other one. So far, the trail's still going up. That's what I'm talking about. Pretty lonely and pretty in here. I'm actually camp here tonight, and for day 4 drop down to the Pulse Creek headwaters. That way I'll have morning light and better lighting in that valley, and then tonight I could walk up to that guy and get a really good sunset view, because I'm going to be dropping deep into the Pulse Creek Basin, or whatever the heck it's called, on the other side of this guy, and I won't have a clear shot of sunset because I'm going to be in a pretty dominating cirque. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Start looking for a camp spot, have some shelter from this wind, and get camp set up. Voila! Camp is set up. Get some water in me, swap camera batteries, relax a bit, and get ready for sunset. You don't have too much further to go tomorrow to get over that pass. Hopefully we have another good sunset. I'm here chilling at camp, relaxing. My wife just messaged me on the satellite messenger that I guess snow is coming already. I guess it is getting into late August, it's about normal. But I guess the Wind River Range, Yellowstone, and the Beartooths are gonna get slammed. They're gonna hit, today's Wednesday, Thursday night. So that kind of narrows my options down a bit. Good morning, it is day number 4. I think I had a moose walking around last night. Didn't quite like the tent presence. Wasn't too close, but all around for about an hour. Felt like it was kind of like on the outskirts. I just heard them moo, moo. I don't think moose like my tent. But he moved on. I was able to get some sleep after that. All packed up, and since I'm almost here, I'm just gonna go over into the Pole Creek headwaters. Might bite me in the butt later, who knows? When I was walking around camp the other day, barefoot, I stepped on something really sharp with my left foot and drew some blood, and it hurts walking on it, so I don't have any ibuprofen. Patched it up, still hurts, so it's gonna be a fun, long day. The pass, drop down there, around there, and then I want to go that way, but the headwaters are up in that direction. Currently climbing down, got my first view of a basin. Pretty marshy. The steep down doesn't feel too pleasant on the left foot. I'm actually going to take this nice smooth ramp right here and here and take this mellow slope down, and it looks like there's another possibly steep down there. It's around that corner. I should be able to look up into the, at least kind of start to look up in the headwaters. The part of the pass that came down. If you're heading up the pass from Island Lake, if you stick to the right, it's actually a nice mellow slope down instead of a steep down climb. The topo shows that, but I was lazy. That's actually quite a bit of bushwhacking to get up in there. It's all heavy willows here, rocks, and you got the dense little small trees together. Might be a way up around there without having to bushwhack, but my foot's not up for it, so I still got to keep going around that way, and hopefully I can get a camera shot up into the cirque of the headwaters of Pole Creek. And then my foot's in better shape and I have more time, come back and actually camp in them. A lot of chest to head high willows in this section. Something to be wary of is why this is something to be wary of, which is why rain sometimes makes me nervous up high here, because all of Wall Lake here I've been walking along these slabs, granite slabs, and granite gets really slick, like a slip and slide when it gets wet. And this will, unless your butt's skewed, and become very sketchy. You don't want to take a tumble off one of these guys. One last look into this Pole Creek, Wall Lake area. About to connect up with the unmaintained trail in a little bit, and then down the Pole Creek Trail. Get the face on that mountain. The older I get, the more and more I love trees. My 20s always get up above them and stay above them. Now I'm starting to want to spend more time down in them. Junction. I want to go this way, northbound. Alright, I made it to the official Pole Creek Trail. 1 o'clock, and it's not raining yet. It's actually still pretty blue skies. I don't see many clouds building either. I wonder if it's going to be delayed or forecast is just outright wrong. Just had a little break, had to redo the bandages on my left foot, and looks like clouds are starting to show up. It might actually rain just a bit later than they say. gust of wind hit and a tree literally just fell over there. That was crazy. Here's my crossing. Lacey's gonna get a kick out of this because last time we did this last August, it was shin deep for me and knee deep for her, and looks like I could borderline rock hop across. Get it across that. Only got little splashes of wet. Probably been faster just walking across, but then my bandage would have got wet. It'll come off again. But that was a success. Made it to my junction. Next stop, headed to Photographer's Point. It is 2:30, and I'm still waiting for this 1 p.m. rain. Must be the rain. There's no mountains that way, so it's hung up on nothing. Huh. See another beautiful day over in Titcomb Basin. Weather forecast must actually be bad. It's almost 4 o'clock and haven't bumped into a single person on the way out. I'm on the final stretch for Elkhart Park. Well, here's camp tonight. Sunset's probably gonna be pretty rad.